Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand use of basic input and output in Python. Basic input and output operations in Python allow interaction between the program and the user. Input lets the program receive data from the user, while output displays the data to the user. These operations form the backbone of creating interactive and dynamic Python applications. This video explores how to use output functions effectively, including formatting techniques and practical examples. Python uses the print function to display output to the user. Now the syntax of print is as you can see on the screen. First you need to type the print. Within round bracket, you can provide three different values. First is object. Object refers to the one or more items to be printed on the screen. Second is the separator, and for that you need to type SEP equal to, then within single quote or double quote you can insert the object with which you want to separate the multiple objects, and the default value provided is a space. Third is the AND. It defines how the final data is printed at the end of your statement based on the tool or the value provided over here. So here the string is appended after the last object and the default value is the new line. That means once you print the data, then after new line will be created and the next data will be printed on the new line. Now to understand this print function in detail, let us go to VS Code. You may have already used print function in our previous programs also, but now here we will understand the different use and the different methodology how we can use this print function. So the first method is you can simply type print, and within which within double quote whatever data you want to print you can just provide in between this double quote. So here currently we have written print within double quote Python world. So once we run this program we will get the output Python world. You can see on the screen. Second advantage is you can print multiple objects also. Let us take the second example, uncomment this data. So here you can see that we have printed four different entities. First name, comma, John, comma, age, comma, 30. So this comma separator combines all these four different words into a one single line. So again run the program, and here you see that the output is name John and age 30, and between each object you can see that the default space is provided. Third is you can make use of the custom separator. So let us have a look at the third example. Here you can see that we have printed three different words, Python comma is comma fun. Here we have used the separator. So to use the separator, we need to type SEP equal to. Then within single or double quote, you can provide your separator. We want to separate each word with the dash. So here we have provided dash. Run the program and see the output. So at the bottom, you can see that the Python dash is dash fun. So each word in place of a space separated by the dash. Other than this, you can also provide different escape characters based on your need. So what are the escape characters? Escape characters are special characters used to format the output. So here the default syntax are backward slash n represents new line, backward slash t represents the tab, two backward slash represents the backslash, single backward slash with single quote and the double quote represents the use of single and double quote. So these are the standard syntax you may utilize based on your format. So let us again go back to VS Code. Now consider the same example. Here the data printed is Python is fun, but here I want to separate it with the tab. Means the space similar to the tab will be provided between each word. So type within separator backward slash t. Again run the program. So here you can see that the space provided Python is fun. Same way, suppose I want to print in the new line, so you can use the separator slash n. So change the value to backward slash n, run the program. Here at the bottom you can see the output Python is fun. So each word is separated by a new line. Fourth use is you can make use of the custom end characters also. So for that, consider the next example. Here you can see that first we have printed hello, and then we have provided the end character to be the comma. That means after end of this print statement the comma will be provided. The next statement is world. So now between these two end point used is the comma. run the program. So at the bottom, you can again see the output hello, comma is provided due to the end and the word. Now again here you can provide any of the escape characters based on your need, or you may change any required formatting data based on your requirement. Next we will understand how we can format the string properly for the proper visualization using some of the functionalities. So the first use is using the fstring function. Consider the example for the same. So say the name is stored as John and the age is provided 25. Now I want to print John is 25 years old, but I do not want to provide the fixed value, but I want to print based on the variable values, because there might be a possibility the name and the age may change based on the user input or the variable values. So how we can use? So first you need to type the print, then to use the f string, first type f, then now within double quote you need to use your required string and the curly brackets. So suppose I want to print first name. Now these refers to the variable. So to refer the variable, we will write that variable within curly bracket. So within curly bracket provided the variable name. Next string, that is now I want to provide the age. So again it is variable. So we will type within the curly brackets. So within curly bracket age is provided, and the next statement is years old. That means whatever name we are providing and the whatever age we are providing, accordingly this printing statement will change. So again run the program. So here you will see the output John is 25 years old. Now there may be a possibility in place of John we are providing the name to be Jane and the age to be 35. So now printing statement will remain same, but based on the variable name and age will change automatically based on the inputs. So again run the program, and here you can see the output Jane is 35 years old. So this is the beauty of using f-string functionality to provide proper formatting to your output. Second method is using format method. So consider its example again. Here you can see that first variable name 1 is Bob, second variable name 2 is Jen. Now there is another possibility that you do not want to provide the variables name in between, but first you provide the syntax for the same, and then at the end you want to define the variable names. Let us take the example. Suppose I want to print hello Bob, I am Jen. So as you can see, the Bob is stored in the name 1 and the Jen is stored in the name 2. So we will write print within double quotes hello, comma. We want to provide the name, that is Bob, but it is in this variable, so we will provide only curly brackets, comma I am Jen. Again Jen is stored in the name 2 variable, so we will only provide the curly bracket. We will complete our string with the double quotes. Now in place of curly brackets, we need to provide which value will go in curly bracket, but we need to provide these values in the same sequence as the curly brackets provided. Means as I want to type first Bob in the first curly bracket, so we will type dot format, and within round bracket we will provide the number of variables based on the curly brackets available. So first we want to provide the Bob, so here we will write dot format name 1, comma. For the second curly bracket we will provide the name 2. So here in the first curly bracket Bob will be passed, and in the second curly bracket name 2, that is the Jane, will be passed. So again run the program. So you can see that the output is hello Bob, I am Jen. But now suppose if you have changed dot format, first you have provided name 2 and then you have provided name 1. So now in the first curly bracket name 2 will go, and in the second curly bracket name 1 will go. So now run the program. So you can see the output hello Jen, I am Bob. So we need to keep in mind in which curly bracket we need to provide which variable. So accordingly we need to manage the sequence. So these are the different methods available to format your outputs. Now same way as we have understood, there are different escape characters are available. Between the strings you can also use different escape characters. Suppose I want to print Python world, but here I want to separate Python and world with the new line. So for that, just we will provide escape character over here backward slash n. So this backward slash n will provide the new line between these two words. So run the program. So at the bottom, you can say that the Python and world both are separated by the new line. If you want to provide the space as much as tab, then type slash t Again run the program. So now here you can see that the space is provided that much of depth. So I hope you got the idea how to use this output functionality using the print function in Python programming.